Hey peeps, I wanted to show you this. This is the air purifier I use. So check online what your air quality is, because even though it looks clear, we don't have so much smoke in the air, I still feel that particulate matter in my throat. So get an air filter for yourself. This is the one I use. Because even though you're supposed to have an air filter in your house, and it has different settings. See that? And a UV light. Which is great because it kills the bacteria in the air. So yeah, I turned it on today. I have to go upstairs and close my window in my bedroom. It's so hard to close the window. But you know what? One thing about where I live, but I did check the chart today, the particulate matter is really high. Not as high as it has been, but it's still not good. So I'm going to have to close some windows. But we're going to do meditation because this is a big week coming up. I don't know if you ever listened to the, what's his name, Robert, he's a psychic medium, Roberto, that's what his name is, Roberto. And he said this is a very big satanic week. So I don't know if you know about cults or Satanism or whatever, but some people do believe that that these cults are all around. I mean, look at P. Diddy and all these people that are locked up. Or he said this is a big week for that. And it kind of creeps me out because that young kid, he's being buried tomorrow. And he said from the 20th to the 27th is a very big week. Tomorrow's supposed to be a very big day for them. Let me put some holy water on. I got it from Lourdes. So I actually figured out last night, it really surprised me, I stayed up kind of late. I know I'm jumping around a little. We will do meditations if you want to go to the bathroom, get something to drink. So pray and meditate really strongly, and that's why we're going to do meditation today. Because he said starting tomorrow, and I feel so bad because my birthday's on Tuesday. But anyway, if you're aligned with the light, you're going to be more aware and you're going to be more protective. So, fear no evil, right? That's what they say, fear no evil. My pile of stuff over here. I'm going through stuff, though. I'm letting go of stuff. I don't need all this stuff. So anyway, I figure out, let me finish up here, and then we'll get into the satanic week that's really freaked me out. In fact, when I turned on his Roberto Psychic Medium's YouTube site, I thought, oh my God, I can't even listen to it. I couldn't even listen to it last night before I went to bed. I listened to it this morning with my cup of coffee. How's that for a cup of coffee? But I think right now we really need to be aware of what's going on. We really need to be aware. It's on a spiritual level, not just a physical level. Look at your mind, look at your thoughts, look what you see, look what you do. Okay, right? See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, right? You need to surround yourself with spiritual people. I'm not saying they all have to be of one religion. As long as these people have a good heart, they're compassionate, they're kind, they're not abusers. We know what the evil is in the world. It's so third dimensional, it's so out there, it's glaring in our faces. And don't forget 9/11. This generation never grew up with 9/11. This generation never grew up with the civil rights movement. I'm in my 70s. I grew up with all that. I saw 3 great men assassinated. If I was probably older, I probably would have marched in the Martin Luther King March. But I did march in a Vietnam March at my university. I said that in one of my posts at Northern Illinois. We had the first peaceful protest in the United States. So let's do a clearing. If you have some incense around, burn some incense. I just use some Eucalyptus globulus in my sinuses. You could just you don't touch the end of the bottle. You take a little bit and you shake it in your palm. It's very important to breathe in. My daughter-in-law, she does that for my grandson. But you could put a little bit right here and breathe it in. Because I don't know about you, but I've been hacking up some sticky phlegm lately. I mean, I'm watching the color. It's not yellow. So that's good, but it's still kind of milky, sticky. I hope that doesn't gross you out. So I've been taking Dr. Christopher's lung formula. Okay, so in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, it has mullein, marshmallow root, and there's other herbs in it. I mean, I do a lot of American herbs. I do Ayurvedic too. So when I'm breathing into eucalyptus oil right now, it's healing my lungs. Because I don't like to have a sticky phlegm inside. Let's breathe in through our nose and out through our feet. Just visualize like sand and water rushing over your feet. Okay, it's a really good idea. This is the message coming through. I can't get to salt water in St. John right now, nor do I want to travel right now. So it's a good idea to soak with mineral salts in your bathtub. Or what I do, if you can't get in and out of a bathtub, which I have trouble with, you want to get, what is that called? Some kind of washcloth for your drain. And then, you know, you have about a level like this in the bathtub, in a shower, right? And what you want to do is, you know, I just came up with an idea. I was thinking of taking out my bathtub and putting in one of those walk-in tubs, but now I'm thinking, well, I'll take my shower and put in a walk-in tub. I'm sorry, my son keeps texting me. I hope he doesn't start to call me. I'll have to shut the phone off because we're doing a post right now, and I'm going to really do a meditation because I have a lot of serious stuff to talk about. So what I do is I take a washcloth and I put it over the drain, and then I sprinkle on mineral salts. So at least your feet are covered with the mineral salts in the water, and you can detoxify your body. So yeah, so that's one thing you could do. The mineral salts, the eucalyptus, ask your doctor for entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. I finally could open up my drape in my window today. My rice shades. These are rice shades. They're cute. The only thing is, don't put them on the, I have them on the ones which fell apart. This is why it's good to do shutters. Shutters are the best. But I like them. I got the uppy downies, right? So I could finally open up my window because it's not so blazing hot. You know, and this is on the south side of the house. You know, and it's nice because, but the only ones that fell apart were the rice shades on the west side of the house. Downstairs and upstairs. So yeah, I want to have some stuff done. I love my shutters. I'll have to take you up to my art room and we can look at my shutters. The shutters are the best investment. You know, if you have only one chance to do it in your house, do not buy rods for curtains and all this. And it's nice because you can, if it's really hot and sunny outside, I close these because the birds were crashing into my windows because they don't see it as a window, they see it as a glare. I know I'm jumping around here today, but this is a high energy day, and that's why my energy is high, and we're going to do a high meditation, okay? So get whatever crystal you want. I'm going to use this crystal. I love this piece of olive wood from Bethlehem. Did I ever show you this picture that I took in China? No, actually, I didn't take it. It's one of my teacher pictures. And the bottom one is when I was skinny and I was down in China. So I'm trying to get skinny again. I have to think skinny again. But that's a great photo. It was taken by this guy, Michael Luckett. I don't know whatever happened to him. I should try to see if I could get him on Facebook. So listen, let's get ready here. I got my crystal. Yeah, I don't know if we should talk about the evil shit that's going on this week first, or if we should do, what is it called? A meditation first. So let me ask for some guidance here. All right, we're going to do meditation first. Okay, so get your crystal. I like this one with the golden threads. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing last night. I was just in the moment. And, a couple of videos that I was uploading last night, I wasn't going to do them till this morning, but then I was inspired to do them last night. I stayed up to about 1. I like to look out of my windows and see who's up and who's sleeping. Oh, God, I spy on my neighbors. I see who's awake and who's sleeping. A lot of people stay up late around here because they're artists, right? I love this area. Live and die in this area. Well, I don't know. It's God's choice, right? All right, so get your crystal. It's a good idea to hold it in your left hand. If you watch my post from yesterday, it posted. Okay, this was what's so cool about it. He asked me if I wanted to do a premiere, and I said, yeah, I'll do a premiere, right? And I couldn't figure out the premiere thing. It, introduces you with music and sound. I mean, it's beautiful. You pick out how you want to introduce it. You got all these programs. At least I figured that one out. But okay, so I uploaded it, and it just kind of uploaded in the middle of the night. And I go, oh, wow, I'm on my YouTube channel, and it's a premiere. So I clicked on it, and this person, Cho, came on. Hi, Cho, if you're out there. And I thought, wow, I actually have somebody who wants to interact on my Facebook panel. Wait, no, my YouTube channel. But the person didn't interact, even though I welcomed them in. But I was happy, because now I kind of figured out another step in the process of presenting YouTube. Like, I do a premiere, and I should probably be consistent with that premiere, that it's a certain day every week. That's what a lot of YouTube doers. Because then people kind of get used to when you're coming on. Otherwise, I don't know. But see, as an artist, you get inspired and then you come on when you come on, So mine are kind of random. But I guess if I want to build an audience for more people to meditate, and this is why we need to meditate today, and I can already feel this crystal's getting charged. And that's what I said yesterday about that other crystal. What did I show you yesterday? The selenite, right? So yeah, get yourself some good crystals that you vibe with. I want to do a midsummer party, but I'm having challenges putting it together. And I'm thinking of calling my friend Laura, because she knows how to do parties, and I need help. And I wanted to put like a little party on for my peeps, right? And my neighbors. All right, we're going into meditation. We did some clearing. Let's do some Reiki for the heart. The reason why we're doing this meditation today, I was really inspired to do it today, because I watched that whole thing by Roberto, the psychic medium. Shout out to him. He said this is a very satanic cult week. I know you don't want to hear it, and some of you don't even believe in it. But there's a lot of cults that are active right now. A lot of cults that are active right now. So tomorrow, the 20th, okay, keep this in mind. If you're a spiritual person and you pray and meditate with me and you watch my channel, you need to do a lot of meditation and prayer this week. And I'm going to be bossy about this, okay? This is your spiritual boss speaking out. Burn some sage incense. burn some bay leaves for purification, burn Santo Palo incense for spiritual awakenings, and bring good people together. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're gonna increase the light on the planet to kick off the darkness and the evil entities. Because there's so many satanic islands, there's so many satanic undergrounds. So we need to bring in a light to shine on these evil beings. You know, okay, I think I posted this before. You guys should watch that movie. Well, I shouldn't tell you, you should. But I think it's a good movie to watch. It's called, I had to watch it again, but I had to do it in increments because it's very, 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 trust me when I say this, emotionally intense. It's called Manifest 828. And I thought I watched it years ago because it's kind of an older film. But then I started to rewatch it on Netflix. It's one of the biggest films out here right now of good over evil. So that's a clue to how it ends. But I'm not going to give you any info on it. I don't know. If you like sci-fi, it's not all sci-fi, but there's a lot of, let's just say, if you ever grew up watching Charmed, with those beautiful women on Charmed, yeah, I don't know what happened to all those actresses. I know one of them, Shannon Doherty, passed away, right? Poor girl, from breast cancer. Pray for her soul. All right, let's go into a meditation. But if you watched Charmed and you liked it, and you like kind of a little bit of that, you know, good over evil energy, and you like a little bit of sci-fi, they have really good special effects in it. So it's called Manifest 828. It might freak you out about flying again, but this is not a good time to fly anywhere. So if I could, I'd take away your flight ticket right now. Don't fly until after the 22nd, and preferably, although I do like the eclipses, but definitely after the 22nd when Mercury starts to go forward. And that is why this is such a critical week. You know what, let's just meditate for a few minutes. Let me shut up here for a minute. So like I said before, you might feel your body moving around. And you might feel your sacrum open up. And that's why so many people are having sciatica right now, hip problems, because your butts are opening up, your sacrum is opening up, because the kundalini in your body, the energy of light, is increasing, and it's well, they call it rises up the spine. It's like the cosmic orbit, but it kind of goes around in the cosmic orbit. So let's just focus on letting our body open up to the light, the Holy Spirit. I call it the Holy Spirit, the candle of God. You might feel your digestion. Sorry about that, guys. I told you he was going to call me. Let's call on the light of wisdom, the light of compassion, the light of kindness. Just a lot of good stories on YouTube Shorts that have kindness, and I'm not going to go into the stories. You can find them yourself. One is about a lemonade stand, and another was about a beating incident on the beach and people stepped in to help. So there's kindness in the world. Allow the kindness to come through you. The other thing I haven't talked about, you might come to a state where you don't feel like you're breathing, but you are breathing, but you're breathing in a different way. And you may hear music, divine music. And then you're going to feel like a sensation of your field like radiating out. Whew. Yeah, so we're meditating and praying for this week so that all these evil beings be exposed. Please double watch your animals and your children and each other, because the devils are running around trying to collect beings for their next ceremony. And we're talking about human ceremonies, okay? So the evil is rampant right now. My eyes feel so dry from the particles in the air. I don't know if you felt that in your eyes. I was almost thinking about getting some eye drops. It's like really dry with these particles. Who knows what are in these particles? All right, let's go back into meditation, and we're going to talk about that poop crisis that's going on. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let all that tightness in your solar plexus leave. Right? Your solar plexus is your center of your body. So breathe into that area and breathe out of that area. Okay, the other message that's coming through right now is it's not a good time. It's not a good time to be around large groups of people. Even though you're spiritually protected, try to shield yourself as much as possible. It gets better as we get to the weekend. And Roberto feels they might even be taking out some top leaders. So this is a pretty intense week for spiritually minded people. And for the evildoers, right? So let's keep that in mind, and never fear evil. Just know how to protect yourself from it, right? You want to have spiritual candles around you. I bought this online. Isn't this the cutest? I don't know. This is one of my spiritual things. Isn't this pretty? It's a crystal cross. And inside of it, I have holy water from Lourdes. And as the holy water evaporates in my house, I breathe it in. And what's nice about it, leaves like this little layer of salt. I always wanted to go to Lourdes. And now I brought Lourdes to me. So protect yourself this week. If somebody comes, come on over to a barbecue. Be very, very careful on Tuesday and Wednesday, because they're going to be harvesting. And you know what I'm talking about. and what he's talking about. Yeah, there's some really good peeps on these channels, these YouTube channels. I'd like to do a reading with some of them. Maybe I should reach out to Roberto, because then I could do a tarot slam with him, and he could do the numbers, right? This is okay. So this is also, it's still Mercury retrograde. Only till the 22nd, which is good, and then it starts to come forward. And I think as it turns around and goes forward, the more we build the light, the more the light will shine on the darkness. So I might actually do a meditation here. Yeah, I might do an indoors meditation. I should reach out to my neighbors. Like, what would be a good night because to do it, and then I could do a group meditation with people this week. So allow yourself to be inspired, and I really need to do some painting. So we need to express our creative side. All right, let's finish up here, guys, so you can get on with your day. And I know I have to feed the birds. I'm going to go out in a few minutes. I would say allow yourselves to be inspired at this time. That's the biggest message coming through. Let me check the energy here before we leave. I want to put some of the St. Michael on too. This is really pretty too. I don't know if you're into the angels, St. Michael, the Archangel. Defend us in battle. So I got this online. It's almost gone. I should get more of this stuff. It's like a little oil, like a salve kind of thing, and you can put it on yourself. You can anoint yourself with these oils. Put it on your third eye. And you know, a lot of the mosquitoes, when you put this stuff on, they don't like it. They don't like the smell. Oh, I wanted to finish up talking about that poop water. So I'm not going to talk a lot about it because there's enough online. And there's some really good people online discussing it. But this one lady in the chat, she put out a really good response to the whole situation. Because it's in like 34 states. It's in the water. It's in the water that they spray on the crops. It's not just in romaine lettuce. That's what she was saying. Because especially with all these floods, and then the sewage gets mixed with the poop water, you know. But the farmers are conscious, actually they're unconsciously using the poop water to water their crops. They're using human waste mixed with manure, which is never a good idea. Because it's not the only parasite in that water. And they say you can't wash it off. So what the hell? The only thing that kills it is heat. So, you know, maybe it's good all these fires are burning. It's sad that it's taking away wildlife and homes and people, but it's purifying the earth. It's like Phoenix Rising. It's probably going to kill a lot of ticks, too. And a lot of parasites on the planet. Hopefully it takes out the data centers. So, yeah, there's a lot going on, man. Well, when I sit here and I chat with you, wow. Okay, so I would say right now, this is the message coming through. You know, try to get dried beans, try to get canned food. You know, And just watch what you eat and take parasite cleansers. And if you got this thing, you're going to have to take some parasite cleanser. I would take herbal and pharmaceutical. Because if they can treat it pharmaceutically, that's one pharmaceutical thing that they did right. The antibiotics and that, at least that's something they did right in Big Pharma. Because a lot of the stuff they did in Big Pharma is not healthy, right? They're trying to put all these people on statins to lower their cholesterol. But cholesterol might not necessarily be the problem. So you lower one thing, but you're not really treating the cause. You're just treating a number. Yeah, so heat will kill it. And I really wanted some cilantro, so I brought some cilantro home. And I was going to wash it in vinegar water, and now I'm having doubts about it. Now I'm thinking I might just want to compost it. Because I don't even know if I want to feed it to the birds. Because I could make them sick. It goes around and around and around on a merry-go-round, right? Alright, let's finish up with one final meditation here. I think those are the things I wanted to talk to you about. Yeah, but don't go around crowds this week. It's very dangerous. I would stay inside Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. And who are they going to lay to rest tomorrow? They're going to lay that little boy Nolan to rest on Monday. And that's a very high satanic day. And you know what that island was called? It wasn't just called Horn Island. Somebody in the chat said it was called Devil's Horn Island. Got that? How about that? And he said they do rituals there. And when you do the spirits of alcohol, and I'm not against drinking a glass of wine or something once in a while, but these kids are 18 years old, they were unsupervised, they're going to blow the limits. They're going to do whatever. There's no adult supervision. So he, well, whatever. It's just, so he's being laid to rest tomorrow on one of their highest satanic cult days, so to speak. This is what Roberto talks about. So check that out. Check out his station. So they need a lot of light thrown around that whole thing. And who's to know I threw out 3 tarot cards, and I probably should do a reading on him again. The first card was fire. So did they burn the evidence? Is there evidence? What's going on? Or is it just the passions and testosterone and who knows if they were on these steroids to pump up their muscles? We don't know. Right? So to speak, for entertainment purposes only, in my opinion. But, these kids are doing drugs nowadays. They're not just doing alcohol. And there was no supervision. They were shown in the pictures with alcohol bottles. And when these kids are 18 and their frontal lobe is not developed, they're acting more from, what is it? They call it the medulla oblongata. They're acting more from fight or flight response, right? So, yeah, tomorrow he's being buried on one of their high satanic days. So I don't know. I throw that question out for you guys. Was he taken out for a satanic ritual? I mean, I hate to think like that, and I hate to believe that, but with all this P. Diddy, CRAP, and all this stuff going on, anything's possible. There's a lot of nutcases out there. Open up the mental institutions. I would say, you know what, where is Jesus? He needs to cast out Satan. So call on your higher guides, call on your spiritual centers, call on people to surround you with love. Be around people you can really trust. Just because people are friendly, that doesn't mean they can be a true friend. There are friendly people, but that doesn't mean they really want to connect with you or really be a friend to you. There's a difference, right? There's a difference. A friend will go out of their way for you. So I love you guys, and I might want to do, I want to go out and take care of some stuff outside. I haven't seen my doves out. They usually sit out on the wires and look at me. This is my little birdhouse. So they look at me on the wires and they say, is she in her birdhouse? When is she coming out? You know, they can sense your activity. All right. So that's on a lighter note. I hope you like my monarch video. I did a premiere on that one. I love that one. I'm going to try to upload one of my other videos and do a premiere on it. It's the one where I show you my sunflower in the garden. I wonder if I can change that to a premiere. So yeah, this is a good time to reach out to people. Like if you want to enhance your creativity, if you want to enhance your technology, you know, like I'm so glad I have the Geek Squad at Best Buy. That's the best money I spent on. And now I found out they come in and they do private tutoring. So I think I'm going to do that because I want them to show me, I want to increase my technology, my phone technology, my GP, my camera technology, my GoPro, which I meant to say. You know, I don't know if something's wrong with my Comcast thing, but I think it's time to cut the cord with Comcast and to only have the Comcast computer. I can't even change into my guide. And you know, when I think about it, I don't really watch anything else on TV. I watch Netflix and that's about it, or Hallmark. And those are the only two stations. So see where you can conserve your money a little bit. You know, if you don't need something, let it go. You can always get it back later. This one person was saying in chat, he tried to cut the umbilical cord of Comcast Xfinity, and after he canceled it, they kept charging him for it. All right, I love you guys. Stay in the light. I'm gonna check to see what my son and my daughter-in-law, they're kind of spamming me with love today. We'll see what they got going. Yeah, so be around the people that spam you with love, that are good people. All right, you guys. Stay in the light. Stay in your heart. And watch my monarch video. It's a short.